Hi guys, finally doing a video. Today I want to talk about something that I wanted to talk about in a while. I'm going to start with sharing a story of a girl called Louzanne Coetzee. Louzanne Coetzee is a runner, a sprinter from the University of the Free State. I got to hear her story when I attended the Coetzee Alumni Awards this year. And she was just amazing. So she won I think, broke the record, the 1,500 meter record or something in Paris, I think, in 2017. She's probably broken more records after that, but that was like the most recent one that I could find. Or the first one I could find online when searching online. So this is what fascinated me about Louzanne Coetzee's story. She's blind, so she runs with an aid, basically. When she spoke at the Coetzee Alumni Awards and she spoke about how she got into running, I was amazed. She says that she was a first year. Usually when you're a first year, you have the first year athletics meeting, where you're basically like forced to run, you don't run because you're an athlete. I ran in one of those, for example. So you just form a team, and then you run against other first years. So she said she had attended a very long meeting, first year meeting, and now the last part of the meeting was, okay guys, who's running at the athletics meeting? And nobody was really keen on raising their hands, and she was just like, guys, I just want to go sleep. So she raised her hand and said, okay, fine, I'll run. And then the day came and she ran and she was amazing. She said this was like her first time running. She wasn't really a runner before that, so she didn't run in high school or anything. So when she decided that she's going to run, my hand is tired, I need a stand. Then one of the parkers basically said, you did really well in the race. Would you consider running for the university or just practicing to run? And she was like, yeah, not really interested. But she said she enjoyed it so much that, and maybe because this person asked her about it, the following, weeks to come or following days after that, she decided to go out running by herself. And that's how her running career started. And then she started finding, she probably ran with her dog the first time, I don't know, but then she started finding people to run with. And even now, that's how she used to practice. I think at Varsity she would just have 3 people, send them a WhatsApp message and saying, hey guys, I want to run, and one of them would be like, okay, I'll go with you. And guys, in about 3, 4, 5 years, this person had gone from I've never run before to I am a world record holder. And so she was a winner of one of the Coetzee Alumni Awards because her story is just so remarkable. This story was so important to me because this year I've been talking or writing a lot about how we need to overcome our self-imposed limitations as people. We go around saying things like, I don't talk in public, or I'm just not a reader, or I'm just not a leader. I don't prefer to lead people. And these are conclusions that we make about ourselves. And I think that most of these conclusions we make prematurely, because you cannot say I'm not a good runner unless you have attempted to run. You cannot say I would never run a 42 kilometer, for example, if you have never attempted to do that. And I know this, because of how in my own life I have exceeded some of the limitations that I had imposed on myself. And some of them I pursued. I said, okay, I'm gonna try and beat this, and see if I can really do this. And some of them just happened, by me living life. And so every time I would overcome what I thought was a limitation and sort of get to the next level and then put another limitation and then break that one, I realized just how superficial limitations are. And I realized how much people, ourselves, me included, how we're holding ourselves back so much because we just don't want to challenge ourselves because we come up with excuses. If you tell somebody that's never run before, for example, and you say, you could run a 5-kilometer race, they will say, never, I'd rather walk, I don't run. And, this may be somebody that has the goal to lose weight, for example, or somebody that actually wants to run. Like deep down, they may actually want to run. But because I think we're scared of failure, we're scared of just trying, we're scared of what people will say. If we're not successful, then we would rather say, no, I'm just not that person. And when I think about this girl, Louzanne Coetzee, and I think about other people like her who say, I never thought this would be me. Yes, I had the aspiration to do it, or maybe I didn't, but I just never thought I would be somebody that is the best in the world at this. And I always ask myself, what is it that's inside you that you could probably be the best at, but you're just not operating at that level because you've given yourself a death sentence in that area. So I think reflecting on this was necessary for me as I think about the past year and I think about the coming years. And I just turned 30 this year, and I'm thinking a lot about what I want to achieve in these 10 years, what I want to accomplish. I believe that, I'm on earth for a purpose. I believe that I only live once, and so I want to make this one life very, very impactful. And I want to use it to invest in other people and to also, realize my own potential. And so the story of Louzanne, just was something that sealed my thought around we are living beneath our potential. This year I ran a 42-kilometer race. When I started running, it was in university, and my friend Babalwa used to say, let's go run. She used to run with her dad, so she was used to long distance running. I used to be a netball player and I played soccer, and I just hated running. Babalwa and I would wake up at 5 in the morning. We would walk down the stairs, and then when I got outside, I'd be like, girl, I'm just not doing this. Like, I can't. I'm not gonna run. And then I would go back. Until I stopped playing team sport when I started working and decided, you know what, I need to do something. I need to, do something because I don't have like a sport that I'm playing now. So running was the only solo sport I could do at my own time when I wasn't at work or like early in the morning before work. So I had to I was forced to run, to keep that momentum, that fitness momentum that I had gained since I was 10 years old. And I remember I could not ever imagine myself running like a 2.5 kilometer. And it's really, any person that has run even a 10K will tell you it's such a mental block. Like, you tell yourself, I cannot run more than 2.5 kilometers. I cannot run more than 5. Once you've passed 5, it's like, I don't know, I'm gonna run 5. I'm just gonna camp here for the next year or so. And then maybe someone forces you, or you actually challenge yourself that, you know what, okay, maybe I should run a 10. And when you complete that, you're like in awe of yourself, and you were like, this is the best I can ever do. So for me to, run a full marathon was a big deal for me, and it was a goal that I had set for myself at the beginning of this year. But once again, as I was training for that and I ran a 30K, after that 30K, I was just like, oh my gosh, we are living beneath our potential. What are other things that I am not doing? Because I just told myself I would probably never do that. Maybe I'm a math genius, but I hate maths. And I told myself, I'm not really good at math, blah, 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 blah. What is it that you're telling yourself?